Well, we could talk about baseball, but why would we?
Well, there's really no reason to.
Well, we've got Richard Sherman to talk about. Of course, he is, as we're doing this on Thursday, throwing out the first pitch at the Mariner baseball game today, but tried to clarify a little bit some of his comments yesterday that were the rage of the NFL, and Danny O'Neill has kind of pointed out that there's not much going on, so anyone can make some noise, they can make some noise, but claims he was misquoted on his whole Adderall thing and tried to clear it up today, and I'm not sure how good a job he did of that.
Well, I don't think he was misquoted because they released the transcript. Now, they did kind of cherry pick the comments that they strung together. There were some things in between that lent itself to, you got a little more context as to why he said what he said and how it added up. Because you recall when we first talked about it, you're like, this doesn't really make sense.
We were both confused. We both had a different take on what he was trying to say.
Right. We were left to kind of parse, why is he saying this? So you got the context of it, but the quotes were accurate according to the transcript, and the paper, the Vancouver Sun, is sticking behind it. So, I mean, listen, in the grand scheme of things, was it that big a deal? Not really, but it was the first time we've sat here and said, God, I wish he didn't say that. There's no win here. There's no plus here for you. And then he kind of went on Twitter and just, he's not one to back down. He's true to his personality.
That's
where he's
the
like,
fact.
I'm still waiting for my apologies. Still waiting out there, you know. And he's talking about the haters and this and that.
Said he was misquoted. Said he's always misquoted.
Yeah, I'm always misquoted, is what he said. We love talking to the guy more than just about anybody on the team.
Right.
But you wonder at what point does this start to become a negative? At what point do people, and we see it in the text during the show, that even hardcore Seahawk fans are going, all right, I think it's time for him to take his foot off the gas a little bit. At what point does he start to turn off the people that actually root for him?
That's the problem, because I don't think he can take his foot off the gas. I mean, this is what fuels him. This is what has made him the player that he has become, why he's been able to overachieve. You know, when you look at where he was drafted, what was expected of him, a guy who just switched to corner a couple of years ago, second year of his college career, and is now an all-pro cornerback in the NFL. I mean, we've talked to him. We thought sometimes it was kidding and joking, and we've seen the steely-eyed resolve sometimes. I mean, he is fueled by disrespect, and he's now finding himself in a circumstance where he has to create it. And I guess good for him. He's pretty good at creating it.
As long as he's good at backing it up, then I guess we all win.
That's absolutely right.